All right, guys, so check it. This is a quick video. My videos are never quick, but this is a video that I'm doing real quick to talk to you guys about ways that you can save money at your wedding. So we recently got married July 27th of this year locally, and we tried to do everything we could to try to save as much money as possible. So one of the things we did not have a videographer for our wedding. And so what I ended up doing was I ended up creating this rig that we used to do two things. One was to record the ceremony in its entirety. Then the second thing that we did was we were trying to live stream, because we had a number of people that were throughout the US and international locations through Europe and Africa and South Africa that were not able to come to our wedding to attend, but they wanted to definitely be there to participate. So we ended up setting up this rig in order to live stream our wedding using Zoom. So it was very easy to do. All you needed to do was just basically get just a Zoom account. My wife took care of that, and then she set everything up and she tested it. And so what my job here was to build a rig that would be able to do two things: record our wedding and then also live stream everything at the same time. So I'll kind of give you all the different components that I used here in order to be able to try to make this work. So this tripod here, I got this from Costco, I believe. And I've been delaying on making this video but I need to send this tripod to my daughter. She's in school right now studying cinematography. But it's a Dolica Proline tripod that is super compact. And when it's in its compact nature, it actually folds down. Let me get this here real quick. Let me grab this bag here. Give me a second. So it folds down into this bag. So it makes it really easy to carry the tripod with you wherever you go. So that's what we have right here as our base unit. And then up on top, what I did was, I'll start at the bottom. So the tripod itself turns into a monopod, which is pretty cool. We were going to be live streaming the video for our wedding for roughly from 11 a.m., kind of like the preview. Our service was at 12, and then we were going to be done roughly around 6:30 or so. So I wanted to have enough juice to be able to drive everything. So I ended up buying these, I think they're 40,000 milliamp batteries from, I already had one already. And then I ended up buying two. No, actually, I already had these two. I had the two red ones, and I ended up buying one additional one, which is the orange. So what I needed to do, I needed to charge the batteries up for everything, all the equipment that we were using, the cell phone, as well as the GoPro up here on top. But what I ended up doing was, once they were charged up, I plugged everything in so they had a heavy battery that was going to be able to drive them. And for some reason, after running for 7 hours, we burnt down one of these batteries. I had a second battery that was going to be a backup. So like I said, one of these went directly to the cell phone, and the other one went directly to the GoPro here. And then they're also solar batteries for survival. So they are getting a little bit of incremental trickle charge so they don't run down as fast. But my main goal, like I said, was to be able to drive those items for roughly 7 hours or so. And then I also, to be able to make sure that things didn't get lost, I wanted to transport the rig, completely broken down, but having all the batteries on it. So I went ahead and just simply zip tied the batteries here to the tripod. And then the cords that I was going to use, I actually had cords for them, but just in case something happened, one of the cords went bad or one shorted out, I had zip tied, or just, what are these things called? Not Velcro, you can't say that, but it's like the hook and loop. I hook and loop these directly to the legs as a backup. So if one of the cables went bad and we still needed to be able to power the item, I had these that I can take off of there. And so that's pretty straightforward. And then the last thing we had here is the stuff that's up on top. So up on top, this is just an articulating setup that I have. And this allows you to mount the camera out to the side or a little bit below. But having the GoPro 360 Max, when you take the lens off of it, it allows you to record unlimited 360 degrees worth of information. And then later on, when you're in post-production, you can kind of start out filming the bride, and then you can move around the room as you get different reactions. So the nice thing about it is, without necessarily having a person there to film everything, as long as it was set up in a central location, it would be able to pick up all the sound. And most importantly, in post-production, you could turn around later on and see what everybody was doing and how everybody was reacting. So that's what this particular option was up there for recording. And the other thing I did is, I think I have a 1 or 2 whatever the maximum is, I have that as a card that I bought for it. And there was plenty of space to be able to record everything for those 7 hours. And then the last thing on top, this is the mount that I used here for the cell phone. And so we used my wife's cell phone to stream everything live because, like I said, she was using Zoom and she had the Zoom account. And so once everything was good to go, we tested it out at home, made sure it worked. And then we took everything there to the venue and it was ready to go. So when it came time to actually set up the tripod, we had our niece. She was one of the camera people that were there. And she was taking photos, and she moved the tripod around a couple of times to be able to get a good read on the stream for the people that were on Zoom. And then she also periodically checked to make sure that everything was still running, and so it was very easy for somebody else to operate. It wasn't one of those things where during a wedding I stopped and, was worried about the camera. I knew that the rig here that I built was solid and it would be able to work and would be able to run. I even tested it out one day. I think probably before the wedding took place, I actually set it up over in my office area and just let it run as far as like the GoPro, then went back later on and checked the video to make sure it was recording correctly. Then I deleted everything so I had a fresh, clean card, and then that was that. So like I said, in the end, we ended up, and I'll talk about this too. We ended up saving, we didn't pay anything at all for photography or for videography. And my daughter, actually, I lucked out. My daughter is a cinematography major, and she's studying film down in Fullerton in Southern California. And so she came out and she took pictures and did everything for us. So we got lucky there. So typically you probably pay, $3, $4, $5, or $6 grand for a photographer, then probably add on another few, $2 or $3 or $4,000 for the cinematographer that would be there filming your wedding. And so, like I said, we were very blessed and lucky that she was there. And I think she took probably close to 2,000 plus pictures between the bridal party, the bachelorette party, and then the actual event that we had. Then we had another family gathering the day before, which is like our rehearsal dinner. So she was utilizing her professional camera equipment, the same level stuff that she uses at school for the position that she has there. So she was shooting with the Sony. I don't remember which one it was, but she took some fantastic and some incredible pictures. So she's, been working on those. And I can't say enough, and thanks for also our niece, Aseye. She's off at college also as well right now. And she has a super huge interest in media and marketing. And she was there with her camera also. So we were lucky enough to have them both there be second shooters. We had 2 shooters, so Aseye operated more as a second shooter. She did have an involvement in the ceremony itself, but her main thing was just to be there and have fun. If she saw an opportunity to take a photo, she did that, and make sure that the rig was parked in a place that it would be able to film and capture things for everybody. Then the general feedback we got is that most people, just about everybody that was on the stream, a lot of folks kind of tuned in for some of it. Some people left. Other people stayed the whole entire time and watched our ceremony, which was really incredible. And they were really happy and thankful that they were able to see our ceremony take place. And like I said, we have the video. It's stored right now on Zoom. And so we can go back and watch our wedding ceremony through the electronic link that's provided for it. We'll end up saving it and downloading it later. But this rig right here probably allowed us to save, just conservatively, probably $5,000 to $10,000 by not having to have a videographer and a photographer there, by using our family members, like I said, my daughter and my niece, for helping us. So there are ways that you can actually save money on your wedding. And if just because you have the money to pay for stuff doesn't necessarily mean that you really need to or you should. So I just want to give you guys that little quick tip on what we did here in order to save money on filming our wedding. And I want to always thank everybody that participated. And I think we were very, very lucky when it came to our wedding. When we said we were getting married, pretty much everybody that we knew out here locally was so happy and thrilled. People wanted to help out as much as possible. If we could have had a wedding that was a potluck, people would have been more than happy to bring their favorite dish and assist and be involved. But we wanted to also take heed to everybody's willingness and generosity to help and assist us on our special day. But most importantly, we wanted to not burden folks so much that they couldn't feel like they can enjoy our wedding. We wanted to put on a production that people were going to remember and they were going to talk about for a long time. But we wanted them also to give them an ability to be able to participate and help out, because a lot of folks really care about us as a couple. And then they wanted to make sure that we had everything we needed to be able to have a great day for everybody to enjoy. So like I said, I'm always thankful, we both are, for getting married here locally. And we didn't spend a lot of money for the venue. You know, we had use of it for all day. But I wanted to at least show you guys here how we save money on not having to have a videographer or a photographer. And we also used an app where we allowed folks to take pictures with their cell phone, because it's so easy these days. Everybody's taking photos and taking video, and we had an app with a QR code where everybody was able to upload the photos to our shared drive, and that helped us cut down on the cost also as well. So those are kind of what we did here to save money in the realm of not having to have a videographer or a photographer. And so when it comes to that option, should that be something that you do or don't do? No, don't listen to me or anything I have to say. Choose what's best for you. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys what we did for our unique situation, to be able to live stream our video to the world, for people that are in the family to be able to watch it and participate in the ceremony with us. And most importantly, when we came time for one day for me to go back and look at the video and try to take out snippets of it in pieces, I at least have the 360 that was positioned where we can capture, you know, moments throughout the ceremony itself. So that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about here. And I don't think I have anything else that pops into my mind. But yeah, there you go. That's how we saved a whole bunch of money on our wedding videography and photography. And we didn't have to switch to Geico and do so as well. Take care, guys. Let me know if you have any feedback in the comments, and always be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, as well as like the video. Peace.